coming back for everything.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard?
Scarface on repeat. Scarface on repeat. Constant, y'all.
Catch a painted pony on the spinning wheel ride.
Some people are saying that your new music sounds a lot like Bob Dylan.
Well, maybe Bob Dylan sounds a lot like me.
She doesn't even go here. They knew, and they let it happen.
Oh, and in case I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
94.9 Radio Western. You are tuned in to Outside the Frame, London's only movie talk show. My name is Elijah.
I'm Ryan.
I am Mike.
It says
you're
Mike.
on. No, you're on.
And I'm Dalton. Definitely not.
He's definitely not. Is his mic disconnected?
There's no way your mic is disconnected.
Talk into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am talking into it.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll handle it.
Try that.
Check.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me. I can't.
But the thing is, because it was on. It was
talking
on
to the mic. What do you think I'm doing?
I'm just.
You know?
I had pressed a button. That's why I asked you to talk into the mic because I needed to know.
Yeah.
But your mic was on. It was just there. Was
I'm Mike.
Funky stuff. And we are Outside the Frame, London's only movie talk show.
What a way to kick things off.
Yeah, that's the second time in a row where something's going on with your mic.
Yeah.
That's a sign, man.
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Who are we?
I've said who we are. We're Outside the Frame.
Okay.
We are London's only movie talk show.
Good.
We talk about film and the culture that surrounds them. Couple housekeeping things that I want to take care of. Once again, we are on streaming now. You can listen to this live every Tuesday at 6 p.m. as if you are listening to this live, that's what you're doing. But we are also on streaming the very following day. So every Wednesday, a new upload. And it's a lot of fun to see us increase in listeners every week. It is actually a lot of fun to see the stats on it and the analytics. And
that's awesome.
It's really cool. I would assume that a big reason why we had more listeners on the last episode as opposed to the ones previous to that was because we just did a little stint at the Holy Diver last week, Tuesday, which was our first edition of movie trivia.
Yeah, dude. That was a long pause.
I know.
I have to build up suspense.
It was
movie trivia.
Packed house.
Yeah, packed house. Like
Packed
standing
house.
room only.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
It was, what a turnout. And thank you to everybody for turning out. Thank you for showing up. We really appreciate it. We had a great time.
It was so much fun.
It was a lot
the
of
feedback
fun.
that we got was very positive.
The only way to go now, down.
Yeah, exactly.
Down.
It's going to be way worse.
Yeah. Unless we have a lineup out the door next time, then we've set the bar pretty high.
Really, way too high.
Yeah.
Like, way too high. Because, I was like, okay, if we can get, the front section and maybe the bar, I would have been more than happy with that.
Yeah.
And it was way more than that.
Yeah, it was way more than that. Both sections were completely packed.
Yeah.
We had to repeat our questions because people in the back corners in the second room couldn't hear us.
They weren't even looking. Not only could were they not looking at us, they couldn't even see us. It was like they were doing trivia off the radio or something. It was unreal.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it plays into our show quite well. So we will be back. Hopefully, I'm assuming once a month until April.
Yeah, until April. For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, but the next one, October 21st.
21st, yeah.
There will be a lot of horror categories in that, of course, because it is October. And
8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Holy Diver.
Yep, corner of Talbot and King.
We're going to have a lot. I think the prizes, I was saying this to a few people too, I think it benefits us to be doing this in conjunction with 3 different sort of, we'll say, places. You have
3 establishments.
You have Holy Diver, you have Radio Western, you have the Highland Cinema. So it's not just on one person to come up with awesome prizes, right?
Yeah.
So the prize pool was amazing. It's going to be even better for the next one.
Oh yeah,
I can promise you that. And it's going to be really. I'm really pumped. It's going to be awesome.
As a little teaser for people who who couldn't make it, prize packs that we had for this last one, or for our first show, we had multiple Blu-rays that we gave away. We had multiple exclusive posters.
Yes.
Courtesy of the Highland, of course.
Yeah. Radio Western merch.
We had Radio Western merch. We had Highland merch. We had Holy Diver merch and Holy Diver gift cards. We also had
2 live tickets to Destroyer, the Kiss cover band.
That's right.
That's Brian went and posted a story of him at the concert. It was awesome.
Amazing. We had a
sweet.
signed printed copy of what is it?
Anthony
Hopkins
in Silence of the Lambs.
That's right.
Yep.
We had a stay-at-home movie pack that came with like 2 boxes of popcorn and a bunch of snacks, like
and a movie
as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and the bowl, you got to keep the bowl. It was just a lot of cool stuff that we had. So and the game, we are upping our prize game next time.
It's going to be fun.
October 21st.
Cherry flavored vapes. It's going to be pretty sick, guys.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
In fact, that's the only prizes you can win.
Yeah. You either get 1 vape, 2 or 3
or
vape.
3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So, without further ado, I think that's all the housekeeping that I've got today, because we have, and by the way, if you do want to text us, 519-661-3600, take part in the conversation with us. That is 519-661-3600. Is that everything, I think?
Yeah, I think
we're not
so.
on Twitch today, so I think that's about it, because we do have a loaded episode.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that, because, a few months ago, a trailer dropped for One Battle After Another, and I looked at the 2 gentlemen sitting to my right here.
Dalton wasn't here.
Dalton was not here. You were not here for that yet, Dalton, but I looked at these 2 and I said, this has the potential to be an all-timer.
Yeah.
And based on the reactions that this movie has been getting, that might very well be the case.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought, what would be an entertaining way to talk about this movie without just spoiling a movie that came out, 3 days ago live on radio. So I thought it would be extremely chaotic and heated and a lot of fun if we took all 10 of Paul Thomas Anderson's films and ranked them. Because that is going to be challenging, to say the least. We have people in here who
have bad taste and will want movies way higher, and then
you're being very calm right now.
Oh, I'm not just talking about one person. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, I don't like the way how you were looking around the room there.
I will say,
Mike, you're in danger. You're in the middle.
Yeah.
This is like picking your favorite children.
100%.
This is going to be.
Well, I mean, for context, I wanted to maybe say this off the top. Like, when we rank these are definitely not like a worst to best type situation, in the sense of like he has a bad movie.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I don't think he does.
And by that I mean, like, there's movies that I don't like of his.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I won't watch again just because maybe I will. None of them are on my never watch again list on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
But there's a difference between a badly made movie and a movie you don't like.
Right.
That is, maybe just not your taste, right? And so, if like our 10th movie, like PTA's 10th movie on this list is better than like most movies.
Yeah.
Most directors
definitely.
like
And
best. Yeah.
maybe this isn't just recency bias or whatever. He is just one of the best living filmmakers.
Absolutely.
Surely.
Yeah. So
Inarguably, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, you can argue it if you want, but
you're wrong.
You're wrong. Yeah. So and I think the one of, at least for me, the mark of one of the marks of a great filmmaker and director is that they do have films that hit certain, like, they're not just films that are across the board that everyone loves. Like, he has a very specific kind of thing that he does, even if they're in different genres. And like, if you don't connect with, A Punch Drunk Love, you might connect with The Master. And they're made by the same person, but you may never watch the other one again. And the other one might be your favorite movie.
Yeah,
and so he just has such a specific way of thinking about the world and being able to like take all of these ideas and then like put them down onto celluloid and like really like tell a character story. And that's, I think, one of the interesting things about One Battle After Another is that he marries both like his character studies that he's done in the past, which are mostly his movies are like character studies. He's less concerned about story.
It's a lot of people talking.
It's a lot of people talking, but also the actual structure of his films are not necessarily your 1 act, 2 act, 3 act traditional way of telling stories. They're very character based, and he lets the characters drive.
You see the evolution of these characters throughout maybe a certain circumstance or whatnot, or even just like how they affect each other, being in each other's lives. he has a very distinct way of evolving characters and writing characters. That doesn't come off as too flashy, but he's very good at writing dialogue. He has a very distinct style when it comes to that.
For sure. And with One Battle, I think it's the perfect marriage of both those things. Like, it has a very, such an accessible story, and the way he tells it is and it's so entertaining. Like, and there's just really 3 distinct acts in the movie, and there's a climax, and there's a villain that's interesting. Like, it's like what you are taught in, day one in script class.
So many people comparing it to Star Wars, and I'm like, that's...
I know. It's because Leo said something in
but from a
interview,
basic story 100%, point, absolutely.
Yeah. But that's Star Wars isn't the birth of storytelling. Like, it's also it's the same. It's the story of or it's one kind of story. I think this film just that film in particular marries both those things, because it is a couple of character studies that he could do a master type situation with Sean Penn and Leo or whatever in terms of really delving into their psyche and why but that's not what the movie is interested in, and that's not what he's not interested in that in this particular movie.
You get enough of their characters 100%. Just through them navigating the world.
Exactly. And so
I just think that's something that diverted a little bit, but we got to talk about PTA.
And we will get into a lot more of One Battle after another.
We are going to be ranking
that is
One
correct.
Battle. It's going to be part of
we were all able to see it, so that was the only. It was all riding on me being able to see it because I was gone this past weekend, so I was the last person to see it. Yeah. But I did get to see it, and it's still pretty fresh in my mind. So I'm very excited to say that I saw it and get into my thoughts and feelings about it. But we're starting at 10 and we're going to go to 1. Yeah. So my personal thought is we will probably get into that movie a little bit later down the line. I don't see it being at the top of this list. I can't imagine a world where this would be at the start of our list. But
I did do a letterbox ranking today of PTA movies, and I did, right now I had One Battle at 4.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's my personal personal ranking.
I have not seen this ranking yet, but I'm very interested to see how the official outside
it's
the
not
frame
going to be
list.
the same.
I doubt it as well.
I can guarantee you.
Mine's not even going to be close.
No.
to what this.
But that's what's so great
that's
about
the fun of this part.
It is,
and that's what's so great about someone like PTA is, like I said, there's just certain movies that hit people in a certain way.
Yep.
And it also has to do with, I think, when and where you saw it and how you were introduced with how you were introduced to the film, and also something like The Master, for example. I honestly think if you're under the age of 30 and not a male, it's probably don't even watch it.
It's harder to
honestly
you can admire how the filmmaking of it, but it's harder to resonate, or it will likely resonate with you more the older you get, right?
And I'm not saying that in an elitist way at all. I'm just dude, just
in an ageist way.
100% in an ageist. But that movie will that movie will hit you differently at a later state in your life,
for sure.
Just because of what the movie's about, and you need, in order to connect fully with that movie, this is just my opinion, you have to have enough life experience to connect with it, and usually that's time. Now, if you're someone like the person sitting to my right, he probably connected
Dalton.
that movie when you were 22 or something, or 21. So it's just about life experience and what you've been through, and so usually that's not a movie I would recommend. I haven't seen a PTA movie yet. Don't
start with The Master.
Right. The movie doesn't really make any sense.
I quite like The Master.
So do I. No, we're not saying that it's a bad movie. It's
just
my
top 3 movies.
You're talking about
We're
that.
not going to say that it's the first.
I probably connected with The Master. Oh my God, I don't know. I think I was 16 when I saw it for the first time.
Do you mind if I ask you, was that the first movie you had seen from Paul Thomas Anderson?
No.
Because I would like to actually get everybody's, before we dive into it.
That's great.
Where we met,
where
our personal journey started with PTA.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, I'll start with you and then work our way around.
Oh, mine was There Will Be Blood.
That was your first movie?
Yeah, that was my first PTA.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. What a one to start out with.
Yeah, crazy one to start off with.
Okay. And
to be honest, I only saw it the once. When I was 14 or 15 or something, I watched it. I didn't watch it again until a month ago.
Interesting.
And I watched it
That's
for the
crazy.
second time ever a month ago, and I can't believe how completely unnerving it is, and how I didn't notice that the first time I watched it.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
PTA is
that's what
great at
time
that.
does.
Yes,
Yeah.
like the first time I watched it, I think it was just like I was so mesmerized by like the filmmaking that like I didn't actually feel the emotion of the movie.
And Daniel Day-Lewis always talking like this. For me, it was Boogie Nights for sure.
Right.
Boogie Nights.
That checks out.
Yeah,
That's on brand.
Yeah, it's on brand. But also, there was only 3 PTA movies at the time, so that's the one that I saw first.
When that came out?
No, when
you
I saw it.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha,
There was
okay.
only 3 Paul Thomas Anderson movies, so it was very flat. It was a big flashy movie, obviously, and he followed it up with Magnolia a couple years later, which was a big noisy movie as well. But I didn't see that until a little bit later. I didn't see his first film until film school. It's definitely more of a film school type watch.
Yeah.
I think, or in film school if you're actually in physical film school, or going through your own film school in watching films. That you can define it that way too. So yeah, mine was Boogie Nights.
Mine was also There Will Be Blood.
Nice.
And it was not long after it came out. I was like definitely too young to watch it.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know, I've just always been into like any movie that I could find.
Right.
And that was like, oh yeah, and it blew my mind as a child. That's what I was a child.
Yes.
Right.
And
I mean that film, like it, like I was dead in the middle of actual film school. So when that movie came out, it was like a bomb
Everything,
went off. Not long after, I was producing a movie about a guy in the woods, like literally recreating scenes, trying our best to recreate scenes from There Will Be Blood. I mean, it was a huge deal. I definitely saw it. I saw it in Toronto actually, and saw it in theater. So, but that was like a bomb went off. That there was 2 films like that when I was in film school. One was There Will Be Blood, and the other one was The Dark Knight. Both those movies were like
So influential to you as a filmmaker.
no, I would say no. Not Dark Knight at all. But I just mean in terms of the impact of like that's all anyone was talking about, and those were the 2 biggest movies when I was in film school in terms of like, oh, you had to go see this multiple times. You had to go see this in theaters and blah blah blah. But
Right.
I mean, There Will Be Blood is. I mean, it's a great one to start off with.
Yeah.
what about you, Elijah?
Mine was Punch Drunk Love.
Nice.
I remember it was actually, so I started getting into like the whole, I started getting into film when I was about 10, which would have been 2005. And so,
That's gross, dude.
Yeah, sorry about that. And so at that point, it was 2 years later. So like I had some time to catch up. And then when the Oscars came out, when I started getting into like the Oscars, when the Oscars would come out and they would start building up anticipation. And so when I was 12, 2007, in this movie, great year for film.
And a big battle for Best Picture.
That's right. And so I remember hearing about PTA and why everyone thought he might win Best Director and Best Picture, so on and so forth. And I was like, okay, well, the movie hadn't come out yet, so I wanted to watch his previous work. So I watched Punch Drunk Love, and quite enjoyed it. And for some reason, 12-year-old Elijah was like, this will probably be a similar movie. And I fell asleep during There Will Be Blood. And just was like, not for me, I guess.
No.
And then I watched it when I was 16.
Yeah. Different experience. Yeah.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe I had fallen asleep through it the first time, but again, probably just couldn't, like, there just wasn't something connecting with me. Now, with that being said, so most of our experiences in the mid 2000s and then the late 90s.
Yeah.
So
see, both of you know what really sucks is you were talking about in 07 when you were 10, right? And then you guys were talking about in or like
12
you
and
12. Yeah. I was older than that in the late 90s. Isn't that gross, dude?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Time works in a fun way.
It only goes forward, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy how that works. So interesting that
it's gross, dude.
So with that being said, I think that we can probably just jump right into our number 10 pick.
Yeah.
So allow me to throw out a suggestion that I think should be last place.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this will land with you all, but
is it There Will Be Blood? Is that what you're
thank you. Yes. It made me fall asleep, and I cannot forgive it for that.
Yeah.
No, it would be his first movie. I think Hard 8 would be my personal choice. Now, the reason that I want to put this one on the table as number 10 is because it is his first go of things, and he only learns more from this. And I think every movie after that, particularly Boogie Nights, his follow-up, you see a massive improvement.
Absolutely.
And I don't think that improvement ever really goes away.
I think also you're just stealing from the big picture, I think, too. So
what's that?
They literally said that like word for word.
Genuinely?
Yeah. So
shout
we're just
stealing. Maybe me and Sean Fennessy are just
you and
like...
Sean are just, on the same wavelength.
Share a brain.
Even though,
I could argue like two films that I would prefer to have here more, but I think on a consent, knowing other tastes,
knowing how you careful where you're sitting there, buddy.
It wouldn't be Inherent Vice.
All right.
It wouldn't be Inherent Vice. But I think
I agree with Elijah.
It makes most logical sense.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it does. I guess feel like a first time film, even though it's very good.
It's very. Awesome.
If he has one, and I hate using this word because I don't think it is, but compared to his other work, it certainly is. But his most forgettable.
Sure.
I remember if you can use that for a PTA film.
If you could use that for a PTA film.
Sure.
It also introduced us to Philip Seymour Hoffman, too.
Yeah.
It did.
That's true.
It did. And what a great scene he's in.
He's unbelievable.
Steals
it.
Yeah. For like the 3 minutes that he's in it.
Yeah.
It's really
Old timer. Yeah, he's so good.
But I'm okay with putting it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the right choice.
So the easy one is off the table.
The easy one is off.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Now it's the Wild West.
Now it's the Wild West. So number 9, I just put one on the table.
Yeah. I could throw out a couple.
Okay, but don't throw out a couple. Don't throw out a couple. Throw out the one that you genuinely think should be at number 9.
Well, I mean, already my list is it's not up to me. It's what I think we could come as a group together.
Okay,
come together as a group.
You're making me so nervous.
I'm so nervous.
For me, I think let's just start here. Maybe it might go a little higher, but I'll throw out Licorice Pizza.
I agree with you. You're not going to get pushback from me on that.
I mean,
I'm not.
I know you're a fan.
I'll push back, but if there's the consensus that all you guys want at 9, I won't fight that hard. I think that movie is like pure movie magic. It's in terms of like storytelling and everything. Yeah, there's barely a story. It really is like it really is.
I know.
It really is just like.
That's such a fun defense.
A vibe movie, right? You just feel it. So that's why I'm okay with it being there, even though like on my personal ranking it would be much higher.
Of course,
right.
In terms of like his career, it's not one of his like flashiest movies. It feels like he just he made something. He just wanted like a quick. Like,
in my personal ranking, it's number 10. So you know what I mean? Like Okay, so
which is funny because you haven't seen one of them. So
I haven't seen one PTA movie.
So that makes
one
this
you haven't
being
seen. Okay.
10 even harsher.
Yeah, because I'm like,
you're taking one that you haven't seen.
I ranked one that I haven't seen higher than this movie.
Oh, that's because
there's no possible way that it could.
I know for a fact that the movie, and we'll get into it once we get there.
Yeah, I won't call you out just yet.
I don't care. I could have watched it this weekend just in preparation. And Dalton was like, "You should." I ended up watching Cleopatra and then Foxy Brown and Coffee. So those were my.
It's crazy that you didn't watch Cleopatra Jones right after.
I thought about it. Yeah, but I needed some Foxy Brown though.
Fair.
That the climax of that movie is so crazy. Anyway, okay. Before we move on from 9,
right.
My only and maybe this moving forward we can always kind of do this. If you have a problem with someone you have to give a suggestion. Then you can't just be I have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Great call. Great call.
Like, here's the thing.
Great call.
If that number 9, if you don't want it there, what else is going to be there, right? And then we can have that discussion.
So, do you think that one should be?
I'm okay with it being there.
Okay.
Due to it does feel a little like softer, and in terms of like his filmmaking capabilities, it is just kind of like a fun one.
Right. Yeah.
So
okay.
I'm okay with it there.
Okay. Then if you're okay with it, yeah. I was probably going to put that as well. I just wanted to.
It was not on my list.
And I mean, we've talked about it.
I'm not getting worked up just yet.
I know. Not yet.
Yeah. I could have set this whole thing up.
It'll be next, bro.
I could have set this off real quick just by saying one thing at number 10.
Right.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we'll put Licorice Pizza over at number 9. We'll go to one of the other two gentlemen for number 8. Do any of you gentlemen have a position that you would like to?
I do. I don't think it's going to go over well, but I'll say it.
Okay.
Sure. If you say Boogie Nights, you have to.
No.
leave,
I'm not that crazy. I'm not that crazy. I would put Punch Drunk Love here personally.
So I'm matching with a lot of people right now because that's actually that was my number 8.
Okay. All right.
I have some issues.
Do you have a suggestion?
Elijah,
I do, but I was
let Elijah feel it out.
I was waiting for Elijah to kind of think.
I know he from what I've gathered, you quite like.
I do,
this movie.
But I gave Licorice Pizza 4 stars on Letterboxd, and I do feel that way. But I also gave this movie 4 stars. So I'm inclined to be okay with, like, I'm like thinking about the rest of his filmography. I do have to say that I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that personally. It's rubbing you the wrong way, though, Mike.
I mean, there's just at least 2 other films that I would suggest here. Mm-hmm. One of them I haven't seen.
So that's not.
I think I know which one.
So we got to get that one out of here.
I think I probably know which one he has.
We can't go too far with the Phantom Thread.
Oh my
God, dude.
Because
we
haven't. I don't know if we've
crazy.
ever had the Daniel Day-Lewis discussion on this show. I don't know if it's the time.
What is the Daniel?
What is the Daniel Day-Lewis discussion?
That he's awesome. That's
he's
a great actor.
I'm just kind of like,
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
The thing
that
that
our best
That's a bad
actors.
take.
I mean, here's the
I mean,
thing.
he's entitled
thing
to his
that
opinion, but it's a wrong opinion.
The thing that he's
Correct.
most known for, the couple of films that he's most known for, honestly have more to do with the filmmakers than they do with him. I think he's
Phantom Thread was only made by Paul Thomas Anderson.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not. He's not. But he's not well known for that movie,
No.
though. I'm saying There Will Be Blood, right?
But Lincoln?
Gangs in New York, right?
He won an Oscar for Lincoln, but
That
no
was
one
a
talks
very
about it
quick
being a Steven
dismissal
Spielberg
of,
movie.
Lincoln.
Lincoln's fine.
Sure, but his performance in it is incredible.
Here's the thing. You know what doesn't impress me? That
What?
he lived like Lincoln for like 8 years.
Oh,
you know what I
know,
mean?
I think
Like,
it's awesome.
What about the great Irish drama In the Name of the Father?
So good.
How he gets to
love
that
In the Name of the
process?
Father.
I'm just over it, dude. All I'm saying is I'm over it. It doesn't make someone a good actor because they eat like pears for 2 years.
Do you feel this way
or
about
whatever.
Dustin Hoffman as well? Because he's also a method actor, right?
I understand that. But we can start. Do you want to start getting into late career De Niro and late career Dustin Hoffman?
To be fair,
All right, that's
not fun.
That's
so-
really funny.
So you think De Niro went method when he did
the internship or whatever that
right the internship where Rocky and Bullwinkle? Yeah,
he might have done method for Rocky.
Yeah, like he went method.
He
for
may
that.
have went. He went. Yeah.
This is my point: is that they go method when they feel the role calls for it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is that I'm not like he's good when he's good, and he's not good when he's not good. And just because he's in a movie doesn't mean he's good. You know what I mean? And that I just feel like that's a lot of the sort of rhetoric around Daniel Day-Lewis is he's amazing regardless of what else is happening. He's amazing. He also did a movie called 9, which sucks.
Not good.
It sucks so bad.
It is
and
bad.
he sucks so bad. Okay?
But
so I'm just saying this is my whole point. Is
Okay.
that he's great when he's great and just like every other actor. And just like I said, just because
That is fair.
he wears, the boxers that Lincoln wore, for 8.5 years so that, and circumcised himself or whatever he did to get into the role doesn't make him a good actor.
Fair.
Right?
That is
I
absolutely
get it.
fair. However, I would like to say this.
And
He is
always talks.
phenomenal in Phantom Thread.
Like, what-
he is
and he always-
phenomenal in that movie.
What do you think
always
it's like
talks like
for his
this.
wife?
And this rabbit.
You know what I mean?
This rabbit over here. He's always talking like one way.
That's in one movie.
Yeah, that is
Every
Gangs of New York.
Every
Yeah.
movie, dude. I'll put a montage together of him talking the same way. He talks the same way.
No,
Anyway,
he speaks in that high whistle in Lincoln.
Yeah, because it called for it. Like Lincoln calls for that. That's actually
That's just the Jimmy Stewart.
yeah. You're
it's just
okay.
Jimmy
I
Stewart.
can only be
is
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
All right, so So is that your
That's
replacement?
that's my
Major Threat?
Phantom Thread?
Yeah.
No, I can't do
absolutely.
that.
I can't do that.
I
I can't.
can't.
That
do
movie
that.
can't get too high, though. That's all
We'll
I'm
see.
saying.
We'll see.
You
So
haven't
number
seen
8.
it.
Number 8.
Here's the thing. I may never see it. I may never.
Yeah, I think if
Wait, so you actually put up the one that you haven't seen?
Yeah.
yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, I'm putting Punch Drunk Love.
Nothing in that
Really?
movie
Because
interests
that's
me.
the consensus
Zero
of it.
thing.
What about the fact that he does the cinematography for it, and it's the most gorgeous movie?
PTA does
It's
the cinematography
it's beautiful
for that movie, yeah.
to look at.
Yeah, so is Barry Lyndon.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's
great
an awesome
movie.
movie.
It's not a good.
It's an incredible movie.
Well, the movie's good,
All
but
right,
it's
let's
boring.
Let's settle.
Oh,
we're getting-
it is
we're
like
getting hot
watching
already.
paint dry.
It's like paint dry, dude.
It is an incredibly boring movie.
See, I'm just saying everything that everyone else is thinking, but they're like, "Oh no, it's Kubrick."
But a movie can be slow
Oh no,
and
it's
still be good.
It's Kubrick. I gotta say, it's the greatest thing. No, you
I'm
don't.
not saying it's the greatest thing. I'm saying
boring
it's a
as
great
shit,
movie.
dude.
It's still a great
Boring as
movie.
shit.
No, because
We can say shit. We
dude,
yeah.
dude, absolutely.
What are we doing? Taking a break?
Yeah,
We are about to
okay.
hit the ads, and I did want to mention before we go to the
We
break
are
that
going-
we did hit Punch Drunk Love
Punch
because
Drunk
3
Love.
of 4 of us had to decided to put it there.
all good. It's all
wow, we are already. This is actually exactly how I wanted this to go.
Oh yeah, we're not even
3 movies in. We are 30% of the way, and we're already getting crazy about this. So,
Oh, yeah.
And this is, of course, our PTA, our Paul Thomas Anderson ranking. We will be right back after these ads. Don't go anywhere. You're still listening to Outside the Frame, London's only movie talk show. You are still listening to Outside the Frame, London's only movie talk show. We are in the, not the middle.
No, we're not.
We're in the beginning, I guess, of our Paul Thomas Anderson
Almost
ranking.
40% through.
Almost 40%.
Yeah.
We are 30% to be very accurate.
Well,
we
the
have
middle
done,
bits are going to be tough.
That is true.
Like that,
We-
I think the middle bits are going to be tough.
Do I get to start off on this one?
Yeah.
yes, you're the only.
Oh,
wait,
it's fun. Yeah, I'm the only one who has to start off.
that is
yet.
correct. So just to update everyone on our PTA ranking, at 10 we have Hard 8, at 9 we have Licorice Pizza, and at 8 we have Punch Drunk Love. We're at 7 now, and you're the only one who hasn't recommended a movie yet, Rye Guy. So why don't you
say it, dude.
Listen.
It's
I,
the
I-
right choice,
I
so
want
just
to
say
give
it.
a preamble that I actually really, really like this movie. I think it belongs in this spot, though.
Yeah.
I think we got to put Inherent Vice here.
Absolutely, we have to put Inherent Vice here. It cannot go any.
I'm kidding.
This cannot go any further at all.
A 7 is good for it.
I'm
7 is way too good for it.
7's really good.
I am gonna say when I said as long as it's not last, and my hope was it could at least make it to 7. So if it's 7, I will be ecstatic.
wow.
There's a person in this room, and maybe we can give him 30 seconds to cook.
Okay.
on it.
Please, yes, because
There's a
one of his
person.
favorites.
It's one of your.
It is my favorite movie.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Inherent Vice.
so please, why? Because if we're about to put it at 7,
like not just PTA of all time.
Yeah.
That is kind of wild.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. It's a movie that, when I first watched it, I didn't like it either. Like, my first viewing of it,
funnier.
Yeah, I mean,
did-
it's interesting. Your first instinct
I
is
did-
usually right.
I did not like it. And then I revisit, and I was like Mike every time someone said, I was like, that movie's terrible. Like,
Yeah.
And then
sucks.
every time I watch that movie, it gets like so much better. It finds like, because it's kind of a movie you have to like navigate and like figure out what's happening. And the more you figure out and the more you like get to know these characters and everything, it's a crazy movie. It's very romantic. It's very like sad in like like hidden under the surface. I don't know. I find the whole thing just a beautiful.
Is
beautiful movie.
there a connection between that movie and One Battle After Another?
There certainly is. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's got the same director. I'm just kidding. Yeah, they're both Pynchon adaptations. I mean,
Which
Inherent
is an
Vice,
author important to you.
Inherent Vice is a much more straightforward adaptation.
Yeah.
One Battle After Another is barely
Inspired.
an adaptation.
More of an
loose one.
Yes.
inspiration.
But yeah, I love Thomas Pynchon, so that I feel like it also gets finds a place in my heart.
PTA is the only person that has adapted any of his work, right?
Technically, there's been like, I saw a student film once that was an adaptation.
Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Right.
So, but yeah, in terms of like actual like big released movies, I
Yeah.
believe he's the only one.
Yeah. So there you go.
I do get what you mean with the sadness underneath the surface.
For sure.
I was sad when I watched it too. No. Well, the thing is that it's too Lynchian for me in the sense of I don't what I
wish
mean
you guys could
when
see
we
the face
just just say things.
No. Kind of, actually, yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
Is that's what Lynch does? Is that he's like basically he makes a movie and says you figure it out, and that has
fish in the percolator.
Yeah. That's exactly
His is more extreme, I would say, but yes.
Way more extreme.
Yes, but yeah,
but the vibe of Inherent Vice is more like you figure out what it is,
yeah.
and some people really connect with that, just like some people really connect with Lynch's stuff as in, hey, I really want to dissect this or whatever. Problem is, obviously, the extreme version is David Lynch's. If that guy doesn't know what it's about, then I have no interest in watching it.
Yeah. Right.
It's kind of like improvised modal jazz.
Right. And that's 100%.
Which is kind of fire in its own respect.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Lynch is a bad filmmaker. That's not what I'm saying. This is just not for me. And it has that, Inherent Vice has that same energy. I'm like, if you don't know what it's about, then like, why do I need to figure? If I can figure out what if that's my job, then I'll go make my own movie and figure out my own movie. Right, rather than trying to figure out what your movie's about. So that's one of the things that is the big disconnect for me with that movie.
Sure.
There's a lot of great things in Inherent Vice. The performances, obviously, the way that movie looks is amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies that for me personally, I really want to like, but I can't get there. So
I'll get you there. Don't worry. We'll
Give it some time. Give it a few more rewatches.
One last note on that before we move on. I get what you're saying. What I meant by like when you dig into it, I think it's a very simple story. I think the movie is very simple. He just has a lot of like strange characters saying strange things and doing strange things. But like if you watch it just as like a point A to point B movie, it's a very straightforward story.
First 30 minutes, you don't know what's going on.
How most mystery movies work. It's fine. Let's move on.
Incorrect.
This is fantastic. I hope on the next episode of Sick Flicks, it's just Inherent Vice talking and you talking about how much you dislike it and you talking about.
Well, we
how much
have discussed the like convince me it's sick.
Yeah,
and that's where that stemmed from. So we would each pick a film that the other one doesn't think.
I'm
is
not
sick,
ready to go there. I'll get too worked up.
Yeah, Dalton will get way too worked up.
That is, but that's the fun of it. Okay,
all right.
So we have Inherent Vice at 7. Gentlemen, we're okay to move on.
Yes.
Number 6.
Is that you?
So I guess we're back to me now.
Yeah.
And
this is a tough one.
I think this is between
where
1 and 2 choices. Here,
Okay.
I think.
Yes.
So
I think so as well.
I want to make sure that I'm actually gonna, because I have to think about this. There is. I'm trying to think about all the movies that are left, which would give us what? That would give us Boogie Nights. That would give us Magnolia.
Yep.
There Will Be Blood.
Yes.
The Master.
Yes.
One Battle After Another, and Phantom Thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There's probably two choices here.
Okay.
That you could go.
I love this movie a lot, but I
just say it.
I feel like Phantom Thread has to go here.
That would be one of my 2 choices.
You could. I mean, it's
there's another one I could hear
me.
an argument for.
Yeah,
but because I do love that movie. But
would the other one? Is everyone in agreement? Would the other one be Magnolia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so we're all on the same page here.
It was between those two.
Yeah.
So
I would lean. I think personally.
Yeah.
I think Phantom Thread is better than Magnolia.
I agree with Dalton.
Okay. I haven't seen Phantom Thread.
Yeah,
that's right. So it's really just an us 3.
Yeah.
It's just an us 3 thing now. At this point.
Do you think Phantom Thread is better than Magnolia, or do you think Magnolia?
Now, see, here's the thing: is I have a sweet spot because I like Magnolia is probably my favorite of PTA movies.
Okay.
So I love how ambitious it is.
Technically, you're outvoted, though.
That is true. That is true. I am outvoted, and I'm okay to put Magnolia in this spot. I truly am. It's I do love it, but I understand why a lot of people would think it's a bit messier of a movie. Why it may not be as consistent as
I love Magnolia.
I think it's fantastic. I think
I
think it's a great movie. I love when directors take giant swings and
it's a crazy movie to exist.
It is
crazy,
and I love the fact that it exists for that very reason. And I think that it nails a lot most, if not all, of the swings it takes.
Tom Cruise's best performance.
You could
in his career?
you could absolutely
Easily.
say it's Tom Cruise's best performance. I
think
could
so.
have
Easily.
maybe one or two that I would put up against it. Collateral being one.
Yeah.
but
Another What's Up, Homie movie.
What's up, homie? Hey, homie, is this your briefcase?
Yeah.
That movie rips so hard.
So it's such a good movie.
But yeah, so we go Magnolia and then Phantom Thread.
Yeah, take out.
Okay, yeah.
Take out
Sounds
two.
Take
good.
out 2 with.
Take out 2. Wow, killing the.
Wow, 2 birds, 1 stone.
As Ricky would say from Trailer Park Boys, we're getting 2 birds stoned at once.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And then we have Phantom Thread at numero 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we got our top 4.
Oh, now we're getting into the.
We're getting into the weeds.
Now we're getting into the weeds here.
So,
oh Lord,
we got 4 left. The way that I'm assuming I have to suggest something here.
Yeah, I guess you're up next.
Yeah.
So the way I think about this, I'll tell you the way that I'll think about it, because
I know where you're going with this, but
in my mind, there's a top 2 movie, and that's either Boogie Nights or There Will Be Blood. So that would leave 2 other films to kind of go 4 and 3, right? Which would be The Master and One Battle After Another. Now, that's interesting because One Battle you would have as recency bias. You could say, you could say actually all 4 of us are having recency bias by putting it in the top 5. You could say that, right?
Right. You could argue that just because there's no other way to get around the fact that we have all just seen it for the
That's what I'm
is
saying,
true.
right?
Yeah.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
But
However,
I
that
think
movie's
it deserves
sick.
to be there still. Yeah.
That movie's sick. I don't know, just because of time, I don't know if it gets past There Will Be Blood right now.
Right.
I don't know if it gets past Boogie Nights, in my personal opinion. So this is just the way
your thought
I'm thinking.
process,
This
okay.
is I get to throw out a movie here, not
yes,
you.
yes.
no,
Not you.
I enjoy
A few
hearing how
small
your brain
beers.
is working
Me
right
too.
now.
Me too. I mean,
So that would be The Master, and like I said, I would land on The Master, One Battle After Another. Now, personally, I would put One Battle here. I don't have the same relationship with One Battle as I do with the other 3 films. And at this point, it's really not about, I don't think any of us really maybe thinking one of these movies is better than the other movie at this point, because I think all 4 of these movies are like 5-star masterpieces. I did give One Battle 4.5, but I needed a little room to grow one way or the other.
Yeah,
Right.
so then next
No, it's
time
a
you watch it,
similar
you can
way.
have the
I can-
satisfaction of adding the half star.
Right.
Yeah,
and
get
I
it.
didn't want to have to be like, oh, I already gave it a 5-star. What if I don't think it's a 5-star movie? Anyways, but for all intents and purposes, all 4 of these are 5 stars. So I'm going to put forward One Battle here at number 4.
You're kind of convincing me to put it at 4.
I
I could
personally,
hear one other movie, which would be The Master.
I would put
but-
The Master there.
Okay.
Personally,
Okay. That's a tough one
I
for
think
me and Ryan.
I think it's too low for the Master. I think the Master's too low at 4.
I will have to agree
Yeah.
with Dalton. I do think that the Master could go here.
now
I
we're in a
think-
pickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a tie here.
Yeah.
This ain't good.
Okay.
Okay,
So
let's
here's
let's
why.
go through
let's
it.
talk it
Yeah,
out.
let's
Let's
talk it out
a little
Let's talk it
bit.
out. We got 16 minutes. We can talk this one out.
Yes.
Because the moment we figure out this number 4, I think
other
number
one-
3 makes it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Assuming that you guys think that, I went with the assumption that we would collectively think that it's either There Will Be Blood or Boogie Nights.
I think we'll probably all be in agreement on the rest of them.
Well,
after whatever these.
After true. It depends
After
what
these
4
two.
is. It depends
Yes.
what 4 is.
Yeah.
Okay. I will make the case for One Battle After Another at 3.
Okay.
And the Master at 4.
Okay.
I do think that the Master, yes, is a masterful work. I think that, like you said earlier, it makes the case for a lot of the PTA case where he's very good at writing, and there's just 2 characters that are evolving over time.
Yeah.
And there is something to be said about the relationship that all of us have to that movie because it's been able to last longer.
Yeah.
For my personal opinion, as I just said with Magnolia, I think that One Battle After Another takes a lot of swings in a direction that he is not generally comfortable with.
It feels like a big evolution for him.
Right. So he doesn't make these grand set pieces very often, and he nails all of them.
Well, I mean, I would disagree with that. I think he does have grand set pieces in a lot of his movies. No, maybe not this many, but
I would say
There Will Be Blood is almost like there's a set piece like every 25 minutes in that movie. But I mean, you're missing out on two really important arguments on your side, I think.
Please.
Well, go
ahead.
I mean, rewatchability it's much higher than The Master. I would
sure, yeah.
I mean, The Master. I mean, a crazy person like myself or Ryan might rewatch The Master.
Yeah, I watch The Master all the time.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
love The Master.
Yeah. But I'm generally, which then leads to the second thing is definitely it's a more accessible and populous movie,
right? Which I don't
The
think
Master is definitely not.
Which I don't think is like inherently a point for one movie that it's more accessible. But I think there is something to be said if somebody can make an accessible movie that is also fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, not just something that is, because like The Master is great. The Master is a phenomenal movie. It's a masterwork, like truly.
Absolutely.
But I feel as
what
though
an opening to that movie.
Genuinely.
Genuinely.
the opening to that film.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's so good, dude.
Oh my God, the sand woman, him laying, the shot of him laying on the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of the boat. I forgot about the sand woman.
Yeah. The sand woman that appears multiple times in that movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot to love about both movies, but I think that as you were saying, Mike, the fact that it has one battle after another has a great blend of being accessible, being very rewatchable, but also being a phenomenal movie.
The reason that I leaned more towards The Master being at 4 is in terms of the filmmaking aspects of it. Like, I love The Master as a writing and performance
but
point
there's
of view.
more like film techniques
and one battle
utilized in
one battle has fantastic writing.
Yeah.
It has great performances.
Yeah.
And it's also got
He's
the
utilizing
sheer
all beers.
spectacle of it. Yeah, a few small beers. And like, I think it's not that The Master should be fun, but one battle is like, it deals with a lot of heavy themes. It deals with a lot of things, but it's fun simultaneously.
Yeah,
He
but I
walked
think
a very wild tightrope with that movie.
Maybe the
and
better,
I think he executed it perfectly.
100%. I think maybe the better argument then is that he utilizes more like technical and filmmaking techniques with one battle than maybe with The Master.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of using like a lot.
There's a lot he's doing in that.
He's doing a lot of tricks in that movie.
You know what it is?
There are
It's
smaller,
like-
more intimate moments in that, but then there's also panning through like I don't know.
He's got helicopter shots.
Yeah.
Helicopter shots. He's like
Vistavision.
rooftop shots.
Vistavision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vistavision.
And the
that's right.
Vistavision looks gorgeous.
It does.
Yeah.
It looks incredible on the big screen.
Do you want to
I
say
think
your thoughts on it?
You know what? I think I'm starting to turn around a little bit because I do understand what you're saying. Because I think from the outset, when I look at The Master, I don't think there's a better performance in one battle after another than Philip Seymour Hoffman in The Master.
And I'll agree with you.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
Even Joaquin Phoenix.
Even
in The
Joaquin
Master.
Phoenix.
Like,
I mean,
that's two of the best performances of the 21st century. in my
absurd.
mind.
I mean that I don't know what you call the Scientology interview scene. Is it a Scientology interview scene?
Oh, no,
they
there's a
call
word
something.
for
There's
it.
a word for it.
The
Processing
yeah.
scene. I mean, the processing scene is
Incredible.
phenomenal. It's an incredible scene, and it just sticks in your mind. It's stuck in my mind ever since I saw that movie.
Yeah.
But then again, I see the idea that potentially is
that enough? Are those
is the performances enough in terms of is it lifting it up?
I mean, you guys make a good case. I mean, it's hard to advocate too much for The Master in the sense of like because it's such a wild movie.
Yeah.
It's so specific too. Like we were talking about that the other day. Like, how do you even like write?
Where do you start?
Where do you even start with that movie? I mean, one of the reasons why I love that movie on like from the first watch is like it's a movie about a cult, but it's not. Any movie like a cult that's ever been made. Yeah. And I'm such a sucker for. I mean, a lot of his movies, and he blurs the lines between like family and cult, but most of his movies have something to do with a cult like thing.
I think in this one he views the cult as family.
Whereas,
right.
Yeah.
And I think all of his movies are about family of some sort.
Or religion, how we find family
and religion,
or community,
love.
even
I think
love,
just love in general.
Religion, cult, family, and all of those things being gray, right? Like because that's something that's important. Even in this movie, I mean, with the French 75 and
or the Christmas Club,
the Christmas
Adventurers.
Yeah, the Christmas Adventurers Club.
Yeah,
all hail Saint Nick.
Yes.
I know what
we won't get too into it because we don't spoil anything.
Why is your hand up, Ryan? Ryan!
Whoa!
That is an odd degree angle that you're on.
I did not pull an Elon in the studio. They are lying.
So I know what I'm getting you for Christmas, by the way.
I don't like.
It's
where
a
this
T-shirt.
is going. I don't like where this is going.
Just gonna say Seaman Demon on it.
Dude, I was
incredible.
Can I say?
Hold on, I'm gonna turn your mic off, and then you can say it at least in a smaller or more like.
Can I say pissing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was pissing myself laughing.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, what a way to end. Like
I wanted
like,
to make sure. Again, what a way. By the way, I don't want to get too sidetracked on here, but the fact that they bring him back just for that gag is hilarious.
It's amazing.
It's hilarious.
It's incredible.
It's amazing.
I guess,
okay,
let's go master
at 4.
Master at 4. And then that would, I think, mean that
one battle after another at 3?
At 3.
At number 3.
Wow.
That's higher than I thought it would get, to be honest.
Well, that's your fault.
But I'm okay with it there. It feels right.
It does feel right at 3.
Hold on. It is your fault.
I know.
I know.
Wanted it at 4.
We wanted it at 4. You wanted it at 3.
Yeah. Where it belongs.
I agree. I'm okay with it at 3. Genuinely. Yeah. That leaves 2 movies, and that leaves Boogie Nights and There Will Be Blood. Now this is a doozy. I'll say just right off the bat, either direction I'm okay with because I think that these are both phenomenal movies. So either way, I'm okay. So I'm gonna recuse myself.
Sure.
Right now. Does anyone? I mean, we know how Mike feels.
Well, yeah, but like if you're looking at it from not a personal standpoint, I don't know. It's really tough because without Boogie Nights, he's not on the map. That really is what puts him on the map. I think it's named like if you kind of think of it like if it here lies Paul Thomas Anderson, director of what's the first movie. It's either There Will Be Blood or Boogie Nights.
Yeah,
and to piggyback off your point there, when you said like Boogie Nights put him on the map, I think There Will Be Blood put him as a serious filmmaker.
100%.
Yeah, that was
I
like
think
when
they're
people
equally like pinnacles of his career.
Yeah, I think that whereas Boogie Nights kind of put him on the map, just as a director in general to look out for, I think that There Will Be Blood solidified it.
Well, it has the Oscars thing, so
right.
So again, you could make that argument on that side. It has, it got a lot of Oscar attention. It also is up until this moment in time, this very moment in time, and it's not going to be much longer. It is his highest grossing movie.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
There Will Be Blood, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. 77, I think, worldwide.
Only 77.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
That's why I said
higher than I thought it would be.
That's why I'm like, why did you give him $120 million to make One Battle After Another?
And
he's
also,
never getting
why are they acting surprised?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's why I said at this moment, because this movie will surpass There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
It will, I think, will.
This will have legs for sure.
It will have legs, and also it's going to have a couple of lives because of Oscar stuff, and, it's going to be in theaters again.
Yep.
I'm going to make my prediction right now that it wins Best Picture this year.
Okay.
That's a fair assessment.
That would be really cool.
Just putting that out there.
Yeah. There's unfortunately there's the Green Book of this year, which I haven't seen. But
the Green Book of this year.
Yeah, it's called Hamnet.
Oh God.
That's a tough comparison to make.
That's just
Green
what
Book,
I've been.
dude?
That's just what I've been told. Yeah.
Green Book?
Yeah.
That's crazy
it's
comparison.
tugging at heartstrings. It's popular.
Oh, in that way. Okay.
It's
we already got a Shakespeare family drama that won Best Picture, and nobody liked it then.
But this isn't like that was like a feel good. This is a feel awful from what I've seen.
So,
Hamnet,
So I mean, you can see it. There once upon a time there was a battle type movie against a Shakespeare type movie, and now we have a battle type movie against a Shakespeare type movie.
we have the chance to correct history.
We have a chance to
the film year of 1998. For those of you who are unsure at home,
unsure. So anyway, There Will Be Blood does have that, and it does kind of solidify him, I would say, as like a filmmaker that you can't ignore. I mean, Magnolia wasn't like this. I think Magnolia and Punch Drunk Love, which are I believe the two films that were in between there.
Yes.
They were interesting. I think it allowed him to get to the point where he could make There Will Be Blood. I don't know. It's really tough.
Here's the thing.
Really tough.
I also think that you can add. You said the Oscars thing to There Will Be Blood, which is fair. I also think that again, much to against the point that you were making earlier, it does have a performance in it that is truly one of the best performances of the 21st century. I know you hate Daniel Day-Lewis, but
see, now you're
and he did win he won the Oscar.
I know.
Right?
I'm just saying.
He wins the Oscar every time he steps. Oh, not every time.
All right. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Yeah, take a lap, man. No, but like it does feature an immaculate performance.
Yeah.
You think his wife told him to do the dishes while he was doing that movie, and he was like, "I'm an oil man."
Yeah, I'm an oil man.
I don't know what dishes are.
I don't do dishes.
An exhausting human to be around. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You would not a good hang. Not a good hang.
As much as I love
Nightmare blunt rotation.
His performance in this movie, and I love him in everything. Yeah. I would hate to be around him as Daniel Plainview. Like
he's one of two guys. Either he's the guy that's not passing, or it's the guy that every time it's his turn, you have to hit him like 8 times in order for him to take it.
Yeah, like,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
one of the two. It's either he's forgetting.
Yep.
And just. Oh, it's now just his.
Yeah.
Or you're like, dude, it's coming around to you again.
Yeah.
Just take the thing. Yeah. Just not a good hang.
Not a good hang at all. Like, him and Christian Bale in that same breath, man. So, with that being said,
I've abandoned my boy. I've abandoned my child.
I just started thinking about Christian Bale yelling at that lighting guy.
Yeah, exactly.
the Terminator.
Get out of the shot.
So justified though. I loved hearing that. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so glad.
The funniest part of that is like, he's like, I'll have you over to my house and we'll be friends, but professionally we're done. Like, you just like, that guy's never coming over for dinner. Like,
yeah. Just yelled at him in front of the entire
I thought it was
set.
funny is that he was yelling at him in a fake American accent.
Yeah.
He kept the American accent up.
Yeah, for Terminator Terminator Salvation of all movies to get upset about.
Yeah.
Well, but that's how you can't you
don't know going into it.
He did the thing that is like that's like what's the that's like not tagging on a fly ball, and that's like one of the first things you learn. In Little League,
right.
It's like no, you got to go back and tag.
Yes,
you learn that at like 6 years old.
Yeah,
and what that guy did is like one of the first things you learn on set when you're on. Like you don't stand in actors' eye lines. You just don't. And in fact, not only you don't stand, you don't move.
You stand as
when
still.
It's rehearsal. When you're acting, everyone is still
unless you're like operating the camera,
right?
Like that's
and then he did like the two things. Number one was moving around, but then number two, moving around in the actor's eye line.
Yeah,
and he did it several times.
And that's the thing is where we pick up in the story is that he's done it like 3 times.
Yeah,
and then Christian Bale loses his mind. Right.
Not only that, he's trying to get tears going during.
It's an emotional shit. And that's actually the frustrating thing for Christian Bale. He's like, dude, I'm doing a Terminator movie, trying to be like emotional right now. And you're like, dude, just
there's like green screens all around me.
Dude,
I have to like
just don't move.
Just
sit still for 30 seconds.
I want you off the set.
Anyways, we need to decide. We need to make a decision. We were so late.
Okay. Go ahead.
Boogie Nights, There Will Be Blood.
I was gonna say wait, which do you mean? Boogie Nights at 1 or 2?
2. There Will Be Blood at 1.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Oh, that was
after all that.
All it took was us talking about Christian Bale and Terminator, and that was able to satisfy everything.
Wow, look at that! That is,
okay.
I like our list.
I like our list.
Pretty good list.
I would like to read this back. Our PTA ranking officially for Outside the Frame would be Hard 8 at number 10. Number 9, we have Licorice Pizza. 8, we have Punch Drunk Love. 7, Inherent Vice. 6, Magnolia. 5, Phantom Thread. 4, The Master. 3, One Battle After Another. 2, Boogie Nights. And 1, There Will Be Blood. I think that's a good list.
It's a good list.
It's a good list.
I am very excited to compare this to your Letterboxd list.
It's really. I mean,
it's real different.
It's different.
That's fair.
Different.
Well, thank
when
you
you
all.
guys see mine, you're gonna be like, that's insane.
No, I've seen yours. I'm like, no, dude.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to another edition of Outside the Frame, London's only movie talk show. My name is Elijah.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Dalton.
And we will see you all next week. Take care of yourselves until then.